to another podcast we go.
There's one viewer.
Well, of course, I'm not accounting for many, so introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Kieran J. Pratt. I'm taken.
Geeky, you there? Sunshine, you there?
I'm Geeky.
I'm Pine. Hi.
Oh, come on, guys. This isn't your first pony ride. Come on.
I'm still laughing at the song.
To give context, they're listening to a song called Ass and Titties.
I love it. Well, not me though. I'm too cultured for that.
Pine, which one are you listening to? Are you listening to A&T or Ass and Titties?
What the fuck is wrong with you two?
By DJ Assault.
You need to see A&T.
DJ Assault is my new favorite DJ. He tells you straight up front that he is in fact a sexual predator. Yeah, this is a great start to your podcast, isn't it?
You have no idea.
I was killed by a helicopter. Anyway.
For odd friends here and odd stories everywhere, I figured we might as well just talk about them. And since I have a good friend here, Kieran, that has plenty to hold, why don't you start?
Ooh, that's a good story. I guess this a story I tell a lot of people, which is my uncle's story. It's not those kind of uncle stories, but I can see what people would think it is. So this is when my family. This is before we started living in Thailand. We just came to visit family, and my uncle, he worked at a restaurant, and we decided to go eat there. And so what happened was, he came over. He's like, "Oh, hey, how are you? Is the food good?" And we're like, "Yeah, it is." And then he asked me if I want some ice cream, and I was like, "Yeah." And then he brought me this really tall sundae, chocolate sundae, and I started eating all of it. And then the next day, he asked me if I wanted more ice cream, and so I said, "Of course." And then he took me to the back of the restaurant, the office part, and then he sat me down with what I believe was his boss or manager, and then they both watched me contently eat my strawberry ice cream from a bowl. So it was two almost middle-aged men watching a 4 to 5 year old boy eating strawberry ice cream from a bowl, sitting really timidly in front of both of them. So I'm not sure if that was I'm not really sure what it was, but for some reason that happened to me. And I'm not sure if that's just me blocking out anything that might have happened, but I never told my parents. I don't know why. I think, I don't remember telling my parents. Actually, was I fucking roofied?
Oh,
I think I was
God.
drugged. Was I drugged with ice cream? I'm gonna stop. Who's next? Actually, I wouldn't blame me for getting drugged with ice cream. I love ice cream.
Same.
Come on.
Local Thai boy gets drugged via ice cream.
Yo, if someone drugged my ice cream, I'd be happy. If I died that way, that's an okay way to die.
Death by ice cream. Hell yeah.
Death by ice cream. Hell yeah, I died with fucking melted... But when you die, it'll just be milk in your stomach. Imagine the autopsy. They open you up, it's just fucking melted ice cream. What the fuck?
Oh, stop.
Oh, come on. At least think outside the box. Think of the consequences of eating ice cream and dying.
Ugh.
Normal people do.
Milk in your insides.
Oh, actually, I don't know why I randomly thought of this, but my friends were jealous of me for having a girlfriend, not because I was the first in my group to get a girlfriend, but because of how I met her. So I met her playing TF2. I met her playing TF2, and you know, it was just her talking to her friend, and I openly went, "Oh my god, those two are so cute." You could tell why she thought I was gay for like the first 3 days she met me. She knew me, and when I told my friends that, they were like, "Dude, what the fuck? You have a girlfriend, she's hot, and she plays video games? How the fuck does this happen to you?" And I just went, "Well, she thought I was gay for 3 days." And that's the only answer I gave people whenever they ask me how to get a girlfriend, is pretend to be gay or something. Or just unintentionally be gay.
The catfish is
like,
real with this one.
I wasn't even trying to be gay. It was just being me. Like, I'm always, because you know how I'm always like, "Oh darling, please," because I always act like that or say love a lot. So it was just unintentionally. She thought I was gay, and she only asked, and I didn't know until she asked me.
So throughout this whole time, you just literally thought like, you know, I'm just normal. Other people's just like, "Dude, you're weird."
You know, I knew I was weird. It was just that I didn't know I was that fucking, like, I didn't know that people could confuse me, like, would be confused with my sexuality, or like, because I understand, like, people think I'm weird, because of course I am weird, even at then, but I didn't think, like, people would assume my sexuality, which, you know, now that I think about it, now, you know, is a given, because of the way I act. I didn't expect, like, some girl to like me either, because of how I was, or, like, get a good, like, or get like a good vibe off of me. Because the only time that has ever happened was in grade school, when this Korean girl came up to me and said, "I like you." And I didn't know how to process it. So I just like, "Oh, okay, Kana likes me, alright, I'll go hang out with my friends now." Like, the only girl I thought like I had any like quote unquote feelings towards was my friend. I think her name was Rosie. And I don't know why, but like whenever I had lunch, I would always like try to sit with her. I didn't even have a crush with her. It was just like she was my only female friend, I think.
Ian, we have a problem.
What's the problem?
You can't go to the stream. It says this video available.
Don't worry, you won't need it, because it'll just be like a couple minutes delay of like what you usually would do.
I mean, if it worst comes to worst, you could just go on the channel and literally find it. I'm
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and then you'll fucking listen to me twice.
I guess in terms of odd stories that I have, I don't really have that many. I don't think I really do have an odd life. I think I live normal, I guess.
Come on, there has to be something.
There has to be something. Well, I have to think.
Yeah, I only have an odd life because I don't really go out, and I always like stay in my head. Even my people who know me and well know that I'm always in my world, regardless of whether or not whether or not I acknowledge the real world. Because, you know, I acknowledge the real world. It's just that for the most part, I will be in my head, and you'll see Kieran walking in circles, going like muttering about Dumbledore's Arby's.
Oh yeah, that story.
Oh yeah, did you read that?
Yeah, I read the whole thing.
I was like walking in circles in my room, giggling and mumbling to myself about Dumbledore's Arby's for like half an hour, because it was the funniest thing I could think of.
I
don't know why I suddenly thought about Dumbledore's Arby's.
I will narrate this whole story. This incredible story that he had. It was incredible. You know,
J.K. Rowling fucking retcons everything. I never said Hermione was white, even though I did in the books. You know what? Fuck it. Dumbledore's gay now. Oh wait, sorry, we can't make him gay in the movie because China doesn't like that. This is way better. Retcon it to be Dumbledore's Arby's. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm not joking when I'm reading this. It is probably the best fanfiction I've ever seen. So I just had the dumbest fucking thought ever. So remember Dumbledore's army? What if it was Dumbledore's Arby's and the whole book was just Harry inheriting the fucking Arby's that Dumbledore just fucking bought for no reason? And like that part where the train is just like 8 chapters of Harry interviewing every year 5 student at Hogwarts while he has his eyes dead set on hiring Cho Chang to give him a hand or slash blowjob so she doesn't lose her job. And then the whole series afterwards is just Harry trying to manage Dumbledore's Arby's while fighting Voldemort. Wouldn't it be weird? That's what he said.
Hold on, my mom's calling me. Hold on, I'll be back.
Hello. Hello, Kiran?
Ooh, he just left.
That was on stream.
That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, I learned how to sing a song in a different.
Oh, please tell me it's in Korean. Please tell me it's in Korean.
It is in Japanese.
Oh.
Is it Flamingo?
This is easier. Yeah, Flamingo. I haven't told him yet.
So
I'm quaking. I'm the next idol.
Oh, please, become the next idol. Become the next idol.
Oh, I would show it to you, but like, we're on stream. This is easier. Yeah, Flamingo. I haven't told. I don't want to deal with all that negativity in my life. Quaking. I'm the next idol. As I choke on my own tears. Dang, now that Kieran is gone, I don't know what to talk about.
Oh, come on. You know what you want to do, girl. You want to sing it, don't you?
Yes, do it. Hatsune Miku who?
Hatsune quaking.
Go on, girl. We're waiting. Go on.
Oh my god, are you sure?
Yes.
I'm going to capture this moment.
Oh god. Oh my gosh. It's really bad, but it's okay. Oh, I'm not to be able to sing, but okay. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich. And then there's the break. Alright. Nande aitsura wa pinku? Doubutsu en de omote pinku tabemono de? So nanda. Jitsu wa watashi wa tarago ga daisuki desu ebika ni tabeyo. Pinku iro ni naru no. Dakara minna sukari yo. Ningen ni katsukarai shiteru yo ne. Black, white, green, or blue. Show off your natural hue, flamingo. Oh. If you're multicolored, that's cool too. You don't need to change. It's boring being the same flamingo. Oh. You're pretty either way. 鶴の尻尾下に向かって曲げたらフラミンゴ今不明だけど後ろにいた人数いるに染まって境今日もしてるのどこかでエビをむしゃむしゃ食べてフラミンゴはピンク色に染まっていく I want to I can't breathe. I hate myself with this passion. I'm gonna stop there. Oh my god. Why are there 7 viewers?
All for that song, girl. Come on.
What the fuck? I didn't ask for this today.
But we needed this.
I knew this negativity.
Oh my god, this is the perfect time. The perfect timing. I appreciate this.
I'm sorry, and I don't speak Japanese fluently. I hope that was okay.
Girl, I can't even do that to save my life, so
Hell yeah! My sister tried to teach me Japanese, but I declined because I didn't want her negativity. It's all about me avoiding negativity.
God, I'm not gonna deny it. When I first heard you start like singing it, I was so proud of you. Because you've never done that yet. I always waited for that day, and like, you always avoided it like it was the plague. But then the moment just came onto this very stream, so I'm lucky.
Yay!
This is a good odd story actually for you, because you have a sister that learned Japanese and is fluent, but you never really caught on to it, so why?
Yeah, I didn't. She tries to teach me Japanese, but she treats me like a child. So she was like, all right, konnichiwa. I was like, fight me. I know how to say konnichiwa.
So it's like that pestering of you, just still treating you as a child instead of like equal? Is that why you didn't caught on to it?
Yeah, I hate her. Okay, I love her, but I hate her. Because I'm not coughing. Hold on.
Alright.
She's Japanese and she is almost Korean. She's fluent in Spanish, and I'm very upset because she learned all of those by herself. My sister's talented, like talented. I have no idea how she got that talented in our household.
Geeky, is this you venting?
What? That I'm inferior to my sister? No!
Well, I doubt she's as cute.
Well, my sister's 21, so
Mainly
like...
because if she's cute, then I'll be charged with several things, even if...
Oh, I'm not. FBI, open up.
But I'm not American.
Alright, Sunshine, what you got?
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Do you have any odd stories that you'd like to share? Because that's what we're probably gonna do for the next
did the
hour.
Chinese take over your house?
No.
Did mainland China send your dad to a concentration camp because he said he didn't like the Chinese government?
What?
Yeah, that's what happened to bookstore owners in Hong Kong.
Oh no.
Yeah, they apologized. They asked the bookstore owners to apologize for owning a bookstore that sold books that had quote unquote anti-party propaganda.
Oof.
Hard times for teachers too. Hard times. But go on, Sunshine. Come on.
Oh, well, right now I'm eating gummy bears, so...
The most interesting thing about you is your choice of food.
I like the green ones.
Oh my god, same.
Girl, get the mook.
Girl, I can't believe it.
Girl. The only one I could think of is like how clumsy I am. Okay, so whenever we like go out to eat or something, I'm always the one to trip over something. Like no matter how small the item, I will trip over it.
That's rude. Oh my god.
And so me and my mom, we were at it's like a Korean restaurant, I think. And there was this tiny screw like sticking out of the concrete. And it was probably like an inch. Like legit. It was an inch. And nobody knew it was there until I tripped over it.
That's what she said.
I have a story like that too.
Do you trip over sand particles too?
No, I trip over air.
Me.
I was just minding my own business, walking through the Walmart, and I had my Gucci slides on. Okay, I was.
Girl, you basic as fuck.
Did you have your AirPods in?
Yes.
Kiki, look out! Oh no, she has AirPods in. She can't hear this.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. So, I was walking through the Walmart with my Gucci slides, and I was trying to say hi to this person, but they weren't looking at me. So I took one step and I slipped. And of course they looked at me, so mission accomplished. But still, my back hurt. There was nothing there. I just tripped over verticals. Like, I don't.
I'm just imagining like an animatic of just like seeing Geeky just like walking down the street one time. She
It's like,
sees like a little crack on the sidewalk. She just walks over and making sure, and she still trips.
Just some fucking like, just all of a sudden, someone like, oh, who's a good, just some like YouTube animator animates this fucking. It just shows like a poorly drawn Geeky and Gucci slides and AirPods and like it's the fucking meme.
I'm gonna
God.
learn how to do animation.
Imagine the Sorting Hat like assigned your gender like sexuality too.
Oof.
It just announces to the hall, gay. Hetero. No, just Harry's like, not bisexual, not pansexual, not pansexual, not pansexual, eh? Well, in that case, bisexual. What's Hufflepuff? Is Hufflepuff hetero? Because Hufflepuff's are like the most boring.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look, all right. There's Wait, hold on. Wait. Gryffindor is bravery. Slytherin is. Hold on. Wait, if I remember correctly, Gryffindor is bravery, right? So Slytherin is like not conniving, but you know what I mean. Yeah, cunning. Hufflepuff is loyalty. What's Ravenclaw again?
Like smarts.
Okay, so yeah, never mind. The nerds are Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff is the one that people take advantage of because they're so nice.
Yeah, they're the Canadians.
I'm surprised that I got when I did the test. My girlfriend made me take the test, and she kept comparing us to Cho Chang and all her boyfriends. Except I'm not dead, like all of her boyfriends. Poor Cho Chang. All her boyfriends are dead except Harry. You should have gone for that wizard. You should have gone for that Brit dick girl. Should have gone for that cursed dick. Anyway, so she made me take the test, and I was like, "Hold on, Gryffindor, J.K. Rowling, are you fucking retconning me?" I could have sworn I was Hufflepuff. Anyway, that's how my girlfriend. That's how my girlfriend compared our fucking relationship to Cho Chang and her horrible dead relationship with all of her dead boyfriends.
Jesus.
Wait, is Cho Chang dead? I don't think she's dead.
No, she's not. She's not dead.
But all her boyfriends are. Hey, look, my girlfriend made that comparison, not me.
See, this is why I don't talk to you on the day.
Oh wait, Geeky, should I tell them about Pablo the Jew?
No, stop it.
Remember the Backyardigans?
Oh my god.
Okay, so it was like really early in the morning and really late at night. It was early in the morning for Geeky, it was late at night for me, and I decided to talk to her about the Backyardigans. Actually, the lead up to the conversation was Pink Guy, iCarly, Miranda Cosgrove, her age, and then the Backyardigans. Anyway, so we were talking about the Backyardigans and how like all the characters were black except for Pablo and Austin, and then I looked up the voice actors and oh my god, it was right. Every single one of the voice actors for each character was black except for Pablo and Austin. Austin was white and Pablo was Jewish. So for the entire conversation, we were like, "This is like with two white kids in a black neighborhood." This series is woke as fuck. And then I went, hold on, Pablo's Jewish. It's a Jewish penguin. So it was like 2 minutes worth of me and Geeky laughing about how Pablo's a Jewish penguin and how there's a black hippo, an alien, and moose in a fucking TV series that was woke as fuck. Oh, God.
Talking about KKK.
What?
Oh yeah, the reverse KKK.
What type of odd story is this? I don't understand.
Okay, so me and Geeky, we were talking about the Backyardigans. So, and we came to the conclusion that every character in the show, except for Pablo and Austin, were black. And then we went, hold on, this is like two white kids living in a black neighborhood. This is woke as hell for the early 2000s. But then we realized, hold on, well, then I realized, hold on, this is the reverse KKK. Because everyone gets screen time except for Austin, so we're like, hold on, this is oppressing the white guy. It's the reverse KKK, and I talked about how they lynched Austin, and then Geeky was like, here, why am I friends with you? As I kept talking about how they lynch Austin on a daily basis. On this kids show meant for like fucking preschoolers about like friends having fun in their backyard. About how one of the characters is constantly lynched by everyone else for being white.
I thought we were talking about how Austin got kicked off the show in like the 2000s.
Oh yeah, halfway across the show he just fucking leaves for no reason. He just disappears. And my theory was they lynched him and he died.
Oh my god. No.
This is fucking terrible.
I know. I know. Oh god.
God.
Wait, Geeky, when did we first meet? I think I was singing like Panic at the Disco, and you're like, "This guy's cool." And after you got to know me, you're like, "This guy's fucked up."
Basically.
Oh, this is a dumb story.
I guess I finally got an odd story. I finally remember after that little tidbit of, how did you call it? Reverse KKK?
Yeah.
That is how you call it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They wear their robes on the inside.
Oh my god.
They're inverted. Remember that? The reverse KKK.
I guess.
I can't wait to be banned from every country.
I guess in terms of odd story that I have, I remember this vividly. I thought this would be a smart idea at the time, but I was just being a dumb kid. So imagine this. You're in elementary. You're probably transitioning to middle school from the 5th grade to 6th grade. I did not know what I was doing at that time, so I literally went on this little field trip. It was just going to a park that literally had a barbecue and had a lake in there. I did not want to go into the water, so I just literally thought like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay up in the camp, do nothing for like 5 hours, and just stay there. What I didn't realize was I could have just stayed in school for the whole day doing nothing and just go home. But I didn't think of that at that time because I was so done with this trip. All I got was just a watermelon slice and just like one rib, which was all I didn't really need. I felt like I was being oppressed. I did not really want to be there. And to be frank with you, I did not like the whole idea of this. So I just literally complained to my parents, like I did not want to go. I just wanted to stay home. Yeah. It was an odd thing. I think every kid is supposed to be excited whenever they go on a field trip. I was just one of those kids that just did not care. I just signed it just so I could get out of school, but then on that final day, I think I just messed up.
So you had only one watermelon slice.
One watermelon slice and just like a rib and like one hamburger and like I think one hot dog, but that's about it.
would fight everybody. Like, I need more food.
And here it's just a story of how all of you are ungrateful children.
Yeah, it's just ungrateful children, man.
What do you mean? Oh, I went to a goat farm once. It's not even one of my like interesting stories. It's just one time when I was a kid, my school took me to a goat farm, and I remember being so disappointed that goat milk tasted like shit, and I complained about it to my mom, and she's like, "What do you want me to do?" And then I think the next trip it was like, they took us to a goldfish farm, and they took us goldfish fishing. And what happened was, I fell into it, and so like I was the only kid who was apparently the world's biggest dumbass to fall into a fucking goldfish farm. And I may or may not have killed several goldfish in the process. And that's my story.
I'm imagining like that one anime where there's like the scene of at the pool and there's like guys like struggling to swim. That's what I imagined.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
Oh god.
it was pretty dumb.
I remember only liking Naruto because my friends like Naruto.
That's
the only thing I cared about when I was a kid was fucking Power Rangers. It's Power Rangers and food. That's all I gave a shit about. Then my friends were like, "Oh, I love Naruto. My favorite character is Sasuke." I was like, I like Brock Lee." I didn't even know his name was Brock Lee for like the entire series. I just kept calling him Bushy Brow. Like Naruto kept calling him Bushy Brow, so I was like, alright.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude. That's really hilarious.
I was a smart kid. Also, when asked me that she had a crush on me, I was like, okay. I was like, okay, what do I do with this information? I was such a dumb kid. One of my I didn't really have friends. Like I didn't really have friends because I was the weird kid, not as weird as the Indian kid who ate flowers, but you know, I was the weird. I was the weird kid that like people knew but they still talked to. And I considered like these two assholes my friends. This Korean and Japanese guy. They were just total assholes. For like they're like assholes, but they're like kids. You know, the kid assholes. You know. Oh, it was the dumbest shit. I remember like trying to be friends with them, and I remember it was just getting beat up, like so they felt better, and so that I was their like they felt like so I felt like their friend. I'm pretty sure the only friend I had was the redhead girl because I shared ramen with her. I shared ramen.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know, and I gave her a toy ring.
Oh,
like you're my friend. Here you go.
Cute stuff right there.
I know. Yeah, usually when it's good thing we were kids and like, oh shit, he gave me a ring. He like, no, I just gave you a ring because I thought it'd be cool. I thought it'd be nice.
So there's like no malintent. There's like no love. It's just like
it's just
be really cool.
Here you go, friend.
Here you go.
Oh, I also remember like playing with bootleg Beyblades and just like thinking I was the shit.
Let
her rip! Yeah! These are bootlegs. Oh, I remember like building my own Bakugan because I got like a fake bootleg Bakugan that I had to assemble myself.
Oh my god.
I remember being so proud of it, and then I realized it was fake.
Oh no.
Oh, I was such a sweet summer. Oh, there's a pic. Oh, I remember sending someone this picture. I don't remember, but when I was 4 or 5, I decided that my Lego box would be a perfect chair. So I sat on it and I got stuck. So I started crying because I couldn't get out. And my parents decided to laugh at me and take pictures. And so on my dad's desktop, there's like a picture of me, like 3 to 4-year-old me in my Power Rangers pajamas, like crying as I sit in a Lego box. Oh, I was such a cute little boy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, dude.
Oh wait, do you guys know about my bike stories?
No.
And how I'm a complete and total idiot? Okay, so me being the dumb boy that I am, apparently my motor skills didn't quite translate into riding a bike. So whenever I rode a bike, I would ride it into like a pool or a body of water. And the first time I rode it into the big deep pool that I lived in a condo area in Singapore at the time, and we had like 2 pools, a kiddie pool and an adult pool. And I drove it into the adult pool and nearly fucking drowned. And then the next time I was riding my bike, and the condominium connected to like another like set of condos. So I vividly remember that I drove my fucking bike into another like a little fountain, and then the security guard was like, "Again, really?" And then it happened like 3 more times, and then I just gave up riding my bike. It's because I was like, you know what? If I'm this retarded, I shouldn't be riding a bike. And then like, you know what? I'm gonna ride my bike again because I saw my sister ride it up this like really deep incline, and so I was like, you know what? She looks cool. I should do that too. And she rode it back down, using like the momentum to like get down. But what I didn't know was she fell off her bike after doing that. So what I did was, I did what she did, but instead of like falling onto my knees, I fell onto my face.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
and
no.
so I flung off my bike, and my face was now my new bike. And so I rode my face all the way down. As an insult to injury, my bike decided that I didn't need my left leg. And then this like old guy, this uncle, he went like, "See, I told you, you idiot."
Oh, Jesus.
And that's the story of how my face is literally a scar.
Oh no.
Is it like a large one or is it a small one?
Oh, it was blood all over my face.
Oh my God.
And my mom called me a
alright?
fucking idiot. No.
Oh my God.
I was limping home with a bike, and then my mom called me a fucking idiot. In Thai.
Oh my God.
So
no.
it was an added insult to injury.
No, Sunshine, I'm pretty sure you have your own sets of odd stories, and you're being a little quiet.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure you don't have stories that are like as stupid as
not
Kieran's.
as escalated as much as Kieran here.
Yeah,
definitely...
I nearly died.
I could tell the story of how I was possessed.
Whoa.
So we went from nearly dead child to possessed girl.
That's a one-up for sure.
We went from child stupidity to fucking supernatural. How was that?
Possession.
Oh my God, that's a one-up from that. You just
I don't
escalated
remember
the hell out of it. Oh my God. Now we gotta think. Okay, go on.
Okay.
It just turns into a 5-hour podcast.
No, it's actually a really short story because I don't remember any of it. Okay, so it was my sister. Like, she's 5 years older than me, so...
You're possessed by your sister?
No. This was my sister's point of view, okay? So...
You possessed your sister?
No. I was the one possessed.
Oh, okay, so this is... Okay, alright, I get it.
Okay, so my sister... this was like maybe 5 years ago. It was like in the middle of the night. And she was in her room. And so she was on her phone, like, with her earbuds in. And so she couldn't hear anything. She was texting her friend and, like, just hanging out. And you know that feeling when you know, like, someone's, like, watching you?
Mm-hmm.
She had that feeling, and she was, like, texting her friend. She was like, I don't want to look up, but I think someone's, like, above me. And then so her friend like was like hyping her up, being like, look, just do it. And then she looked over, and it was me looming over her, just staring down at her.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Holy
Wanna know what
moly.
You know, want to know what that is, actually?
What?
It's just you getting lost in thought.
And like, so her room was like the most haunted room. Like a ghost in there. Like, legit.
In a good way? What the fuck does that mean?
No, it was a ghost in there.
Oh, I thought you said it was a good thing. Like, what, did a ghost bring her chips every day?
It just like does her chores.
Awesome.
It does her chores.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hell yeah, I want a ghost to bring me chips every day. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and the ghost
He gives me like a list.
It did what?
The ghost's name was Brooklyn.
Oh no, that's creepy. No, that
yeah, her name was Brooklyn. So they think that like Brooklyn like possessed me just to stare down at her, because like my sister, she looked up and looked at me and she was like, "What are you doing? Go back to your room." And like I was like, oh, it's hard to explain for their like words, but like my face was like blank. My face was blank, and like I was like, but would it be like The Grudge?
Oh no.
And like I like swung back and like went back to my room. The next day, she asked me, and I did not remember at all.
God, what if it was like one of those sleepwalking things too?
No, I don't sleepwalk.
Oh God,
one of those what ifs.
Oh, I have a dumb story that involves my dreams. Want to hear them?
Yes.
Is it like your dreams of when you were a kid?
Yeah, and even today. So, my first ever like vivid dream I remember is my like a fever dream I had where what happened? Okay, so I was Courage the Cowardly Dog riding a tricycle that could float, and I floated into my room, and then I was in whatever dynasty China wearing a rice farming hat, and then Kevin 11 from the Ben 10 series came crashing down and challenged me to a fight. Then Kung Lao from the Mortal Kombat series decided to fight him, and then a terracotta warrior statue came to life and started hunting me down. And then I was in a closet with a toy soldier, like not like a toy terracotta warrior in a ship, and I was like, I wonder how did I put this in here? And then as soon as I did that, the terracotta warrior opened the door like a fucking what do you call, like a fucking what's it called, like a fucking sitcom, like, hey, and then I was like, oh shit, and then I like ran away from it, and they tracked me down into this hallway, and then I said be good, and it turned into a fucking baby. Then I gave it to some guy with an iPhone.
That's like sounds like something so ridiculous that it must be true.
Exactly. And then afterwards, like, then like the next dream I had that I remember vividly, I remember telling so many people about my dreams. It's been so long since I've told like my weirder ones. Oh, what else was there? Shit. Okay, so I was at school, this dream anyway. Oh no, I was walking home from school. And then I saw these guys run ahead from me. And I was like, what the hell? Then I looked back and there were hellhounds following them. I was like, oh shit. And then I ran into like a hot pot. You know what a hot pot is, right? Do you? It's basically okay, so I ran into a steamboat place, and then all of a sudden I was up against a chain link fence where I saw hell itself and Satan, who was apparently some Filipino guy wearing a Pikachu beanie, and then I looked to my right, and it's like a swimming pool filled with mermaids, but the mermaids were schoolgirls but they weren't like, sexy school. It was just like regular schoolgirls whose clothes did not get wet. And then like boys fell in there and they killed the boys, and then all of a sudden I was in my school running away from something. I was in the gymnasium. Then suddenly I'm not in the gymnasium anymore. I'm with my best friend, and I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be at a funeral. You told me that yesterday. And he was like, wait, hold on. Are you a figment of my imagination? And he said, yeah. And I said, oh, can I wake up now? He said, yeah, sure. And I woke up.
What? New anime right there. I need that to happen. I need this to happen.
And then I was reviewing for my social studies exam, and I fell asleep. And this was like a dream within a dream. So I fell asleep, and then I woke up. I fell asleep, and I was in the same position I fell asleep in, with my legs up on my bed, and me on a chair, and I have my book with me. And it was like, hold on, I can't move or speak. I'm dreaming. I should wake up. Then I woke up. Then I was in the same position, but I could move this time. I still couldn't speak. So I started moving and tried to walk towards the door. And then when I walked towards the door, I opened the door. It was the Zeo Ranger 5 And if you don't know what Zero Ranger 5 is, let me just get a quick picture of that. Let me just get a quick picture of what I saw when I opened my door. And also, he wasn't, and my door led to a closet, by the way. I saw. I saw this motherfucker.
I can't show it on stream yet.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm just gonna show you guys so you can see it. So, this is what I saw when I opened my door that led to a closet. This is what I saw.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I saw Zero Ranger 5 in front of my door. I was like, God damn it! And I woke up again.
In that particular stance, too.
No, he was like with his arms crossed, and so in like a b-boy stance or something. And then I woke up again, and then I was like, okay, this better not be fucking Zero Ranger 5. And then I woke up, and it was like my regular house. And then I walked out. I walked downstairs, and all of a sudden it was a glass apartment floating in the sky. I was like, all right, then fuck it, I'll accept this. And so like, I walked towards this case, and suddenly I turned into a 4-foot tall person. And so I shrunk to 4 feet tall and tried to get up this counter, but I couldn't. Then I walked towards my dad, and I talked to my dad, and I woke up. And I was like, shit, I'm stuck in paralysis again, and I'm in my bed. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna call out for help. And so I tried to call out for help as hard as I could, and I couldn't, but then like little murmurs came out of my mouth that I thought were like help, but probably were like, So I kept shouting and yelling, then I kept waking up, and then I woke up for real, and I was covered in fucking sweat. I was soaked in sweat. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
You know
and that's the story of how I reviewed for my exam.
You know what? These are the odd stories I need to hear about this stuff, man. I need to hear about these odd things, because these are dreams that actually do happen to people. And it's a great anime idea.
Oh, and then this one more dream I had where I went to school. Alright, so I went to school, and we had to go to assembly. So I went to assembly, but for some reason I had to sit on like a sewer grate. I didn't really think much of it. But then I started walking up walls. I know, actually, I saw students walk up walls, but not like with their hands. They just turned into a 90-degree angle and started walking up the walls. And then my English teacher, Mr. Armstrong, his name was Lance Armstrong. Actually, no, his name wasn't Lance Armstrong. What was it? It was Lance N something. Like Mr. something that starts with an N. Like Lance, whatever the fuck his name was. We thought he was a pedophile because he kept comforting he kept comforting our Ivy, who was like she didn't have, it's not like we hated Ivy, it's just that no one talked to her like on a regular basis. She didn't really have friends, so she was the only one who comforted her, and we were like, he's awfully close to this girl. And he always smiles, and he always wears sunglasses and smiles all the time, so we were like, there's something weird about this guy. Like, we got a Tommy Wiseau feeling off of him anyway. So he came up to me, and then he offered me like this frozen, like completely iced Kit Kat ice cream, and I was like, all right. And then I saw like Legend of Korra fan art hung on the walls for some strange reason. Then it turned into like a KFC. Like the interior was like a KFC, but it was still my school, so there was no tables. And then like I turned and I saw this sink, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll wash my hands. It was like a KFC sink. And then I like all of a sudden I just fucking woke up. I was like, what the fuck was that dream? I don't know what anything of that was. Oh, and then there's like the scary dream that, oh wait, no, there's an even weirder dream. So I was walking into a hotel in this dream, and I walked into the boys' bathroom because, you know, I gotta take a leak or something. And so I walked in, and it was all my classmates, my female classmates, but they were all fudas. And so I just looked at that, and I saw all my female classmates with like 8-inch long cocks. I was like, okay. And then I walked out. I went out the hotel. Wait, hold on. This is a dream. And then I met my favorite YouTuber at the time. I don't remember who it was, but I remember I sat on the couch with my favorite YouTuber. And then I was like, hold on. This is a dream. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna be Spider-Man. So I started web slinging across the city I invented, and then I broke into someone's house, and then I woke up.
This is how you know he's a lucid dreamer. He understands it's a dream, and he will do everything in his power.
Because I'm weird. Weird people know how to. Oh, and then there's this really. This is the dream that made me like this. I woke up from this dream scared, because it freaked me out. So, I was like. I don't really, as everyone knows, I don't really have like the best relationship with my family. I'm very distant with my family, you know, because I really don't like going out. I like staying in my own world most of the time. So whenever they talk to me, it's usually, I learned about this today. Did you know that the average penis size of a North Korean is 3.4 inches? Sorry, 3.8 inches.
Oh my God.
And so in the dream, I was with my dad, and we were in a sewer hunting pumas. Anyway, and so he like yelled at me. Okay, so he yelled at me, and that for not knowing how to hunt pumas or something. Because my dad usually yells at me when I get stuff like small stuff wrong, and that's usually why I don't like working with my dad. So, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the zombie apocalypse. All right. And then it goes from me being in a zombie apocalypse to watching people in a zombie apocalypse. And what happened was this mother and daughter and her two daughters were like gonna get eaten by zombies, and the mother and daughter just disappear, and the left was the youngest child who got eaten by a zombie bear. And I had to watch this Cronenberg-esque fucking gore scene, and then it was nothing left but like the remains of this baby.
Oh,
and I was like, holy fucking shit. And my brain was like, you know what, Kieran, I can make this worse for you. And it like, you know how it regenerated, but not like, oh, okay, her skin's back. It was like regenerating as like this fucking weird layer of skin that turned into like a shell. Like there was no limbs, it was just skin. It looked like a Cronenberg fucking horrifying creature. I'm like, what fucking Cronenberg shit have you got me watching, brain? And I woke up from it. I was like, holy fucking shit. And I took a selfie afterwards. I woke up. I don't know why I took a selfie, but I took it. Want to see the selfie?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even want to think about it. No.
That was like one of my dreams that made me like, what the fuck?
I would definitely think the same thing too. I would definitely.
Usually when I have weird dreams, I'm like, it's just my brain again. But this one's like, holy shit.
God, if Geeky ever had these stories, she would have nightmares. She would have insomnia
exactly.
on the spot.
No one could have some. How dare Potato say that Zero Ranger 5 is horrifying?
Bold of you to assume that I don't have those dreams again.
Do you?
Once in a while, yes.
Oh no.
Once in a
now
while.
We gotta know.
Now we gotta know.
Now we gotta know.
I know when it took me.
Sure.
That's
you would
another time.
Honey, if you had the dreams I had, you would be fucking dead. They're so weird. Like sometimes I just remember specific parts of it for no reason other than, oh, okay, brain, thank you for reminding me.
Say the fuck you smoke.
How does Potato know I have vivid dreams? Oh, they're on the stream. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're on the stream. Yeah. Yes.
Oh god, I don't know why I'm like that. It's just I keep having vivid dreams. My dad, like one time, my dad said, "Kieran, if you eat like cheese and chocolate, you get like more vivid dreams." I'm like, "Oh yeah!" So I ate some cheese and chocolate, but I never got a single fucking vivid dream. So I felt so betrayed.
Oh god, if I had to like, oh god, how do I come up with that? That's so impossible for me. Actually, my oddest dream, if I ever had to have one. God, I don't really dream. I just sleep. I just knock out. As long as I have like a pillow and a blanket, I'm good to go.
That happens to me too.
Anywhere, but in terms of dreams, I guess. God, there was this one dream. I took it so literal that it really did happen, but then I realized, oh yeah, it was a dream. So I'm good. I'm sane. I'm not insane. So this is how
I once had a dream that
Oh my god.
Sorry, go ahead. No. This is just very short. I had a dream where I couldn't breathe, and I got so angry.
Oh.
I got angry because I couldn't breathe. Like, what the fuck, Kieran? Are you a dumbass? Can you breathe, you fucking loser?
Okay, let's continue on. It was I don't know why. It started out in my old apartment that I used to live back in New York, and I was literally sleeping on my bed, and woke up on my alarm. Some reason I woke up at my alarm at 6 p.m. I guess I just made a mistake, like, oh, it's supposed to be 6 a.m. or something, and I must have just like taken a little nap. But then I realized, wait, I don't take naps. What? Me take naps? No. So then I literally walked out of my room, looked around, did not see my family anywhere. I'm like, did they go out shopping or something? Am I missing something here? I literally turn on the TV, just like go on the news channel, like the stereotypical Apocalypse Now type of deal. And I'm just like, there's nothing odd. There's people, there's cars running around. I see planes. Yeah, we're good. It's all normal. But where the fuck is my family at this point? So I looked around. Fridge is filled with food. Yeah, normal. Everything's clean, normal. But then there's this one weird thing. The car keys are still there. And I'm like, where would my family be without car keys? Because I didn't live anywhere near where there's like an outlet where we would just go without any cars. So I was just like, very strange of where my family could be. And then everything transitioned as soon as I opened the door just to go out of my apartment into going back into my apartment. It felt like I was in Inception for a second. I was like, what the fuck just happened to me? I felt like I was having deja vu. I felt like I was going through the motions. I felt like I was in the Matrix. I had no idea what was going on. And then I thought to myself, am I dreaming? So I stopped myself with the dream. It hurt. I'm like, I'm not out of it though. What is wrong with me? So I thought,
that's very hard.
Yeah, I thought I was having an existential crisis at that point. I was just like, huh? And then I literally just sat on my bed, pounded for like 5 minutes saying, where are they? And I like called them on my phone, no returns, texting them, no reply. I'm like, where on earth are they? So then I came up with a smart idea of like, you know what? You are going to make it your mission to get out of this apartment some way, somehow. And I was going to do this. So I literally packed up like at least like a few days of clothing. I packed up like, some reason I had like a bow and a couple of arrows and a knife. I had no idea why I was carrying
this. This sounds like a great short film.
Yeah, I had like all of those items, like those miscellaneous items that's like conveniently placed in the plot just for the protagonist to like get out of something. I literally had all of those items and I thought to myself, I don't own these. Why would I have these? I never bought these.
I never bought a 50 caliber rifle before.
Yeah, I never had like a bow or an arrow, even though that's a total lie. In real life I do had one, but I was just like, screw it, this is a dream, and I normally think of dreams as so unrealistic to me, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna run at my front door as fast as I can. Maybe I can get out of it as many times as I can. One of these chances, that probability will crop up and I will seize that opportunity. So you wanna know what the smart idea was? I opened my front door and I kept on running and running and running. I could not get out. I was literally thinking to myself, this is like Portal. There has to be another portal somewhere. Nope. Just kept running through the front door like an idiot and just kept on looping. I even thought to myself, maybe if I record myself on my camera, I could see something. Something I'm not seeing. So I literally just kept on doing it for like 5 minutes. I could not believe my mind when I looked back on the camera. The same exact thing. Just looping. It looked like straight out of a cartoon. Just looping back and forth. I'm like, am I going the opposite direction or am I going the front direction? I don't know anymore. And then I just like gave up. I was just like, you know what? I can't get out of this apartment. And then for some odd reason, I hear someone's voice coming through the walls. I figured it was my neighbor, but then when I get it close to here, it's my goddamn mom. I know that voice anywhere. And I'm thinking like, are they behind this wall? So I literally thought to myself, okay, so they're in the next room next to me. or in the next apartment complex next to me, I thought to myself, if I can break down this wall, it'll be very easy, right? So I thought it'll be very easy. And then
it'd be sure easy as hell to fucking break down this wall that, you know, takes that takes like hammers to break down with my bare hands.
I had nothing on me. I thought like, okay, I'm gonna just do a Dead Rising thing and just implement myself like a sledgehammer. So the hardest object in the room at that time was like a TV screen. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna use this, smash down the wall. And then for some odd reason it worked, but not to how I expected it to do. Because the moment I tried swinging it with the TV, the wall just completely caved in. I'm like, what did I do? I did not do anything. I didn't feel any impact. And this crazy vivid dream I'm having, I see my mom just like standing there and just like, oh hi. I'm like,
oh hi mom.
Oh hi son.
On the other side of the apartment. This is our neighbors. And then she's just like, this isn't our neighbors. This is our whole place. I'm like, what? And apparently everything going through my mind is a lie. I own this apartment building. And what I was really doing was, I even told my mom just like, you know I've been looping inside that door, right? Oh yeah, that door? That's not real. I'm like, what?
What? What fucking sorcery do you have, Butch?
I was so confused at that point. I was like, what am I gonna do now? And she's just like, I see you have all your equipment. You can get out of the apartment through here. I'm like, okay, mom. Sure thing. I thought I was losing my goddamn marbles. I was like, is that really my mom? So, you know, being the paranoid man that I am, I asked my mom one specific question that only she can answer. And I thought like, okay.
What's 2 + 2?
I asked the question, and she couldn't answer it to save her life. And I was like, wait. Conspiracy theories are happening. I have a bow. I have ammo to spare. I have a knife. Hold on.
I kill my mom.
I literally thought to myself of that, but then I thought it would be way too easy. So I literally thought of it as like a game.
So you killed yourself.
Yeah, I thought of it as a game at that point. I was just like, so if I leave this door somewhere down the line, this butterfly effect is gonna bite me in the butt for sure. Ah well. Go through the door. A long hallway filled with doors. And at the end of it is me laughing at it.
It's the fucking Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
When he walked through the first
no,
door,
you don't realize it.
The
corridors are like filled with doors on each side, on the left and right. And then I see myself laughing at me. He's just laughing at me in like the maniacal way, not even like in a funny way where he's like mocking me, in a maniacal way. And as soon as I walk forward, he walked forward. As soon as I walk back, he walked back. And that annoyed the hell out of me. So I figured, okay, maybe if I use my bow, he pulled out his bow. I'm like, this is so annoying. I literally thought to myself, like, if he goes to the right door, he's gonna come out of the left door. And I thought like, okay, maybe I could juke the hell out of this person, fake a left and right. He did the same movement as I do. And it's like one of those mimes that mimic your movement to a T. Like, this is unnaturally human. Unnaturally human. Just like copying my movements to the bare minimum. I'm like, this dude is annoying the hell out of me. And the fact that he's laughing
this nigga
at
be
me,
Shadow Link.
Yeah, he's like laughing at me at like a far range and I could hear it. That just creeps me out even more and just like creases me even more. Cause there's nothing worse than like being laughed by yourself. Like, can you imagine that? Like your other self, you see your reflection just laughing at you in a maniacal manner and just like copying your movements in a mocking manner. That just creases the hell out of me. I'm like, this guy is the embodiment of me on the inside. How dare he? How dare he came out? How dare he? And I thought like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull a knife. I'm just gonna run at him. Just gonna run at him. And as we're running in, it was just like out of a close-up where there's like, oh, shoot it in the wide from an angle of the doors, and you just see us just collide with each other. Instead of like having a badass anime moment, I tripped for some odd reason. I tripped and he tripped, and then both of our heads collide, and then we knocked out, and then I woke up. And in that moment, I thought to myself, what type of movie was I watching? what type of movie was I watching just to get to that moment in my life? I never once had that dream ever again, but I always wish to always go back into it so I can fight that little evil demon. Just so I could have a chance, like, what did I do to deserve this? Of a maniacal man just laughing at me and mocking me. He's just copying my every move. God, I guess that's how Anima feels like whenever they see glass. Like, why is this guy looking at me? Do you want my blood?
What the fuck is this? The fuck, get the fuck out of my way, nigga. Just, oh god, that sounds like a fucking Stanley Parable mod.
Yeah, it sounds like
maybe that's it. Maybe that may, dude. They're making it like an updated version of the Stanley Parable for consoles for next gen consoles. Dude, that's one of their new ideas.
I'm gonna do that.
It's just like, oh, like you send like a email to Crow Studios, and they're like, that's a great idea, man.
I just write in the inquiry, just like, make me be that character. I will make it my mission to be this character.
Just like make Stanley's model look exactly like me.
Yes, make him look exactly like me, and then just like do it in a mocking manner, and I will definitely voice that.
Fucking Stephen Fry, like laughing at you.
God, can you imagine that though? Like your own reflection. Okay, hypothetical situation for everyone. Your own reflection, 1-to-1, but mocks you every single time you look at them.
I'd fight.
Anywhere in the world. Like you can be as far away as possible, but then once you get one look, they just mock you. And they know you too. They know you inside and out. They know what pushes your buttons. And you're just like, I can understand like other people that doesn't look like me can mock me. I'm fine with that. But if it's me, just me alone, just mocking myself, I will hate that, honestly. I can't stand myself. I can tolerate other people, but I can't stand myself.
I would just
that's yeah, honestly, knowing me, I'd probably just try to diss myself. I'd have an epic rap battle against myself. and we both just agree that we suck. And like we go out to like get pizza or some shit. Yeah, we're like, you know what, dude, we both suck. Let's go get some snacks or some shit.
Yeah. We just settle it over like boba tea.
just like, hey, want to go get some bacon?
And then you guys like hate each other because like, I'm going for the ketchup with fries. I like my ketchup on my fries. What? Yeah. And there's gonna be a fight.
It's just the most anticlimactic shit ever.
I had in a while. Thank you for brightening up my week. Oh my god.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I could make someone's life better. Fun fact: 2 of my friends are dating because I shipped them because I thought it was cute when they argued. And now they're dating and now they're madly in love with each other.
Oh, good on you. The matchmaker in the works.
Yeah, I just said you two should fuck already. Oh, I love it.
Right, let's end this. Like, it has been an hour.
Okay. It's been an hour of just pure chaos.
I love your input on everything, Kieran. Absolutely loved your commentary.
Oh,
I love
thank
Geeky's
you.
little laughs here and there. I do notice them sometimes, and it takes me off guard.
Yeah, Geeky.
Yeah,
Geeky's adorable. Honestly, Geeky, you're adorable.
Wait, what?
Geeky, you still suck at making.
Now shut the fuck up.
I even like Sunshine's little stories, because that possession story creeped me the hell out now. I gotta think now.
Have I ever all you guys have like... All you guys just have these small, like, little, not quite anecdote, like, little stories that are interesting. I just have fucking full-on anime plots.
It might as well be. It might as well be an anime at this point. I wouldn't mind watching it.
All of your guys' dreams are so cool, and then mine are just creepy. I'm sad.
Don't worry about it.
I don't mind those creepy dreams as well as those creepy experiences, because that provides differences. I like it.
Oh, fun fact: my first girlfriend, she kept insisting that she was gonna be a psychiatrist and I was gonna be a voice actor, and I was gonna be the one, like, I would be the one that would be out of the job the most. I mean, yeah, I guess, but come on, don't do me like that.
I mean, keep aspiring to those dreams.
Yeah, I can't wait to be police number 2.
I can't wait to get some like sponsorship over just like narrations.
Just like one day you get, okay, Jesus dog, you'll get your food. Wait. Okay, so just one day you get sponsored by like Dollar Shave Club and I do the advertisement. Just like, hey, you've heard of Dollar Shave Club, right? Well, why the fuck are you still here? Go buy it. Seriously, we need money. Yeng needs to pay.
Yes, my new advertisement. I just be so straight up to the point. Just like, okay, the only reason why I have this advertisement is because they're useful. They're actually useful in my life. Maybe they're useful for yours, so please buy it.
No.
Get the promotion
and then like you get like an email from this mobile phone game that sucks ass, and you're like, you know, and to that company that sent me an email to advertise their shitty mobile game, go fuck.
I don't even play mobile games. That's even worse. All I ever use my phone is just like social media and photos, and that's it.
My favorite kinds are when the advertiser clearly doesn't know what the person's videos are.
Yeah, it's like completely irrelevant too. Completely irrelevant.
So it's like, I understand like Filthy Frank advertising the weird like samurai buyer, and then like just for some reason I hate everything advertising.
Yeah, that'll be the day. That'll be the day.
Okay.
Alright,
You're welcome.
So, say your farewells, everyone. It's a pleasure.
Bye.
See you soon.